Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome. This is season 4, round 4. We are at Snetterton. This is Race on Oz, the Pro-Am division. My name is Nick. I'm going to be commentating for you tonight. The man next to me, Juzzy. Well, not next to me, not literally, figuratively though. Virtually. Yeah, he's. Yes. We're virtually together. Juzzy, how are you, my man?
Oh, I'm good, mate. Yourself, and g'day you lot out there as well, and YouTube and Twitterland. Not Twitterland. God, what am I talking about?
Twitchland, or wherever you're watching it. Vic Chan's in the chat. Howdy, Vic. So this is going to be a good one. So we're this second sprint round. Last week was the Pro division for the sprint round. This week will be the Pro-Am division. So speaking of last week, let's have a quick look at what the results were last week. So Juzzy, do you want to take us through the results for last week?
Was that for Pro or
Pro-Am? For Pro-Am. For Pro-Am.
Yeah, for Pro-Am. So first we had Footnote won it on debut. Hey, how's that for an effort? Bloody good effort. We'll be watching this fella tonight. We had ROOZ. Is coming up second. Big Chopper Dog in third. Card number 1. That was an inspiring fourth. I was pretty happy with him in that to get up that far. Gaz is here in fifth. Then we had Struth, I can't even read that one. That's Jambo Blockstickle.
Jambo. Which position?
Yeah. That's a good one, eh? Yeah. He was in sixth.
All right.
Ortec in seventh.
Yep.
HSV 12 in 8th place. Mr. N. Wilson, he did all right, 9th place. And Emu Egg to round out the top 10.
Yeah, so that was it was a good race last round in Barcelona. I have to stop saying last week. But, last time out in Barcelona, it was Footnote who took home victory on debut. So he came up from the AM1 division. And put him to the sword and managed to do it relatively easy on debut. He wasn't heavily challenged, and it was a relatively entertaining race for the rest of the way, with Bruce and Big Chopper Dog fighting it out for P2 and P3. But this week we're moving on. So we are moving on to Snetterton. So we were here last week for the Pro-Am division. For the Pro division. Let me bring up the circuit. So it was an exciting race last week with the Pro guys. What did you think of the circuit last week, Juzzy, and just sort of, I guess, a bit about it and what you took away from the race?
Well, it was a damn good race last week. It was good to have a sprint round for a change, no pit stops. So there's no strategy to play it. It's just get in a car, go hard, and get it home. There was a bit of racing throughout the whole field, wasn't there? They were all, we had little packs here and there. We had a couple running out front, then someone to make a mistake, but it was just full on from go to way. We had trouble following it there at one point, didn't we?
We did have a little bit of trouble keeping up. It was with the endurance races, the 60-minute races. They're a little bit easier to keep up with because you don't have as much action going on. But with the sprint races, it was action everywhere, and especially the second race of the evening as well, and also just in terms of the coordination that was required. So we'll touch on that very shortly and before the second race, but obviously being a reverse grid and everyone needing to sort themselves out as well makes a bit of a difference too. So that'll be good tonight. And then the track, Snetterton. So I gave a little bit of a history lesson last week. I don't know if everyone wants to hear that again, but what parts of the circuit did you find most exciting last week, Juzzy, and what should we be looking out for? You're going to be a bit of a onboard expert tonight. We've got something a bit different for the viewers this evening. Juzzy's going to do for us, but what are you liking about the circuit? What did you take away from last week?
The middle section from Parr through to Williams, that's really technical, and you can actually set up passes in most of that section as well. It's technical. You've got to, especially through Ogies, if you get that right, and it's a passive aggressive. We were talking about that earlier, weren't we?
Yeah.
You've got to you can't get on the throttle too hard, and you've got to short shift it as well, and then you set yourself up for Williams, because if you go through Williams too hard, you're going to overshoot it on the ripple strip and lose a bit of speed. So it's all about that Bentley straight through that section. But bomb hole's one of my personal favourites.
So we'll give a little bit of insight to why they call it bomb hole. I won't go through the entire track, but for those that weren't with us last week, and for those that were, then I'll repeat it for you. But so bomb hole came from, there's a pronounced dip in the circuit there, and so when the motorcycle riders were riding over that, they referred to it as a bit of a bum hole of a turn, and they so the broadcasters couldn't broadcast bum hole back in the day. This is obviously an older circuit, and they said we need something a bit different, so they called it bomb hole instead. So even though the track was built on an airfield, a bomb never actually dropped there, and that's why they call it bomb hole. It's nothing to do with any military or planes or anything like that. That's how it got the name. So yeah,
I can imagine Barry Sheen actually saying that too.
Yes.
The late great Barry Sheen, he would have said, "Oh, that's a real bum hole track."
I could imagine. That's still the gateway to hypothermia at Phillip Island. That call is yes. Immortal call from the great man. So rest his soul. All right, so we've got just a few more minutes before this one gets underway. You've got a bit of action in the chat as well. So Vic Chan, Chris Riggs, hey lads, let's go GRT. So a little bit of support there for the GRT guys from some of the crowd there. So leave your comments. I'll try and read them out as much as I can during the race. But as Juzzy said, it gets pretty hectic as well. Just in terms of race format as well. Where are we? Second race. Yeah, my race format info should be. Give me a second. And then that one. Where's my? It's not working. All right, so bear with us. Technical difficulties. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Now I've got to get everything back again here. Yeah, all right. So never mind. We'll leave it on the track map for now. So I've been assured that we're going to start at 7:45. I'm pretty sure we did that last week as well. So
yes.
Even though it says there's only 4 minutes left in the session, I've been assured that we should be starting 7:45 like we did last week. So all right, cool. So what are we looking out for today, Juzzy? The thing that I'm looking out for the most is action at Brundle. So
yes.
It didn't catch out too many drivers last week, but we might see a few more tonight. That's what I'm looking for, is what's going to be the action at Brundle, and who's it going to catch out.
Lap last week there was a big off there. It was on the very last lap actually. I think between I can't remember. I think it was second and third. It was.
Yeah, it was. Wheezy, yes. And who was the other one last week? I'm pretty sure it was
He went for the big dive bomb, but it didn't work, and they had a little coming together, but they managed to get back on in their original places. So
yeah.
But they were the only two that made any real big mistakes there. There was a few others that did make mistakes there, but nothing as big as that last lap. You know, you've got to have a go on the last lap, and he did.
Yeah. So it was it was Wheezy and a Selby Acoustics Racing team car as well. I can't quite remember which one it was, but yeah, there was that incident on the last lap, and then obviously Vic Chan continued his streak as well by taking out the first race. Couldn't get the victory in the second race, but we saw JJ Penguin also have a phenomenal round overall.
And congratulations on last week, Vic, if you're watching. Good work, mate.
Yeah, so back in form for JJ. And so we'll see what he can do next week. But tonight, it's all about the Pro-Am drivers. We've got 19 in the lobby, which is phenomenal. So we've almost got a full lobby. I thought we were getting underway at 7:45. Looks like we've got 2 minutes left. So we will be under we will be underway very, very shortly as this one gets started. So I said, I forgot to ask you, Juzzy, what are you looking out for? So I said action at Brundle. What was your lookout for tonight?
Oh, to be honest, turn one, we're going to see we saw a few of them last week trying to make some big moves at turn one. So tonight, I'm going for that and turn two.
Okay, yep. At the hairpin, we saw a bit of action there last week as well. So, I think we'll see definitely a repeat of that. A little bit of more action in the chat. Adam Parsons, Evening Roozers, great commentating, guys. Well done. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thanks, Auntie.
We do our best. We got on early tonight. We got on. It was ironic though. Juzzy messaged me earlier today. He says I might be a bit late. I hit a kangaroo today. And yes. I thought how ironic that you're going to do commentating on a race league called ROOZ and you hit a kangaroo this morning. So
I know, it was the size of Skippy too. It must have been going to save Sonny from a whale or something. Or, poor little bugger. Yeah, straight under the passenger wheel. Yeah. So
no damage done to the car. A little bit of minor damage done to the car, but you're all right. You're all good. Yeah.
But it's a brand new ute. It's only got 3,000 Ks on the clock, so I was pretty disappointed. So
you'll be right. So all right. So we're about 30 seconds away from getting started. Joe Mahoney, I think that's JJ, was never going to let Vic past me. Cracking battle between those two last week. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch the race from last week.
That's it.
It was a beauty. So it looks like we're about to get underway. We're about 20 seconds away on the clock. So I will get everything up and going. I'll get rid of this. Here we go. All right.
So right now, these guys, they're throwing in their new setups for quali.
Yeah.
I'd say a few of them would have been doing the odd race run just to see how they're going to go and maybe saying, can I dump just a little more fuel, or will I get home on this? There's no pit stops, so you're guessing on how far you can go with your fuel. And, some of them can work it down to a T. Me, I always guessed it. If I had 2 litres left at the end of a race, I was happy.
I was always more someone that preferred to actually kind of know what was going on, so I didn't mind getting the calculator out beforehand and doing a little bit of mathematics to work out what I was going to do. But each to their own, Juzzy. I don't mind the flying by the seat of your pants style.
Yes. I've got a calculator. It's called K-Man.
Well, I used to race in K-Man's team, and he used to help us out with all that sort of stuff as well. So, which was very, very helpful. So qualifying is underway. So we're going to let everyone get a lap in, and then Juzzy's going to let us know which car he wants to take us for a lap around the circuit. So he's just going to walk us through how to tackle this 12-turn, 4.79 kilometre little, not a little beast. It's a hard one to get right, but when you do get it right, it's very satisfying and very enjoyable. So,
well, since they extended it, in your history, when did they put the infield section in?
Oh, now you're pushing me. I just know the turn. I know that it's gone through, like a lot of circuits. I know that it's gone through redevelopments, and there's been financial implications that have stopped and started developments and things like that. But once Jonathan Palmer got involved, everything sort of kicked off pretty quickly. I think around about 2003, 2004, maybe. I'm not too sure. I'm sort of clutching at straws there a little bit.
Yeah. But, I should have had it up on the tablet. Oh, how unprepared.
All right, so you just let us know when you're ready, Juzzy. So what we're going to do is Juzzy's going to take us for an onboard lap with the driver he was choosing, and we'll go through, do a little track map, if you like. We'll have a quick look at it.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a bit of a sit back for a while and see how they're going. It actually helps if you go to drive, so you can get on the in-car.
Yeah. So in terms of times to expect, 140, I think it was a 147 by Footner. So that man again, winner from last round, sorry. He led the way in free practice. So we'll keep an eye on him in that Bentley as well tonight. very Bentley heavy field. I'll enjoy racing up Bentley Straight. This angry old fella heads up there as well. What do you got for me, Juzzy? We've only got 15 minutes of qualifying, so we've got to get it sorted.
Yep. So I have to get in here. Well, I'll let Footner do one more lap, and then we'll jump on in with him when he comes around. So he's just starting a lap now, he is, but I'll wait till he comes around for another hit.
All right, and Brundle's already had a little bit of action at Brundle, so angry old fella. Yeah. He went off through there. So I saw 445 Kart Dude. He's about to begin a lap now as well, and that's Selby Acoustics. Bentley of his, just having a look at his result from last week. He finished P4 last round in Barcelona, so he'll be looking for another strong showing. I think it was a pretty good result from memory for Selby Acoustics. So we'll see if Kart Dude or Kart number one. There's too many karts.
Yeah, no, kart number one.
I've pulled up the wrong one. Kart number one finished fourth. Kart Dude, where did you finish, Kart Dude?
Sorry, we've got Kart Dude tonight.
Yeah, we don't have kart number one. All right. Lucky we don't have two karts.
All right, Footner's coming up to Brundle.
All right, let's jump on board with him then. We'll do a quick... Return to garage. Let's go to Footner. Here we go.
All right, you with him now?
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, so he's just come out of the bomb hole, one of my favourite corners. Here we go, the big long off throttle fry. He's using a bit of throttle in third gear. He's going to bang it all the way down to first gear, and away we go, starting a lap of this wicked old track of Snetterton. He's on the back of AB Saints, and he's probably getting a bit of a draft here, so I might see a good time. So he's going to probably get up to fifth gear. If he gets a good draft, he may touch sixth, but no, he's going to drop it down to third gear. Beautiful, gets the corner in. You've got to get this right, otherwise you come out too wide here and lose time. Coming down to the next turn, which is Montreal. Oh, down into the apex, beautiful turn, beautiful. Oh, he gets a little bit twitchy on the way out. Here we go, coming up to the next corner, up to Palmer. You got to take a bit of a late entry into this corner. He's getting into that apex. He's doing a bloody good job. Get out onto the exit. Beautiful. Keep on going, mate. Keep on going. Coming down to Agostini. And he's going to go on that last breaker marker, bang, or just before it. As he get into the apex again. Oh, a little bit. Oh, she's bum steering out a bit, but that's all right. Coming up through Hamilton. Oh, God, what would you call it? Corner that. Anyway, he's still going. He's out wide. Here we go. We're coming into Oggies. And here we go. Now, passive aggressive. Watch the throttle trace. Here we go. He's back on it. He's full gear. Then you back off a bit here, down to second gear. We'll look at the feed. It just gives it a beautiful bit of feed in there. Down to Bentley Straight. Here we go. He's got a good run down here. Let's see what his top speed's going to be as we head into Brundle. He's going to break as late as he dares here. Here we go, and bang on that last marker. He comes in with a little bit of the back out. Oh, look at that. I'll tell you what, he did a good job to save that. He's done a bloody good job there. Oh, Footner, what a weapon. In the bomb hole. That's it, mate. Bomb it in there. Out on the apex. Beautiful. Keep it going. There we go. He's going to float on that throttle. Float. Third gear. Float. Look at that. Just a little bit of float there. Bang, down to first gear. Oh, hits the apex. Beautiful. Out onto the ripple strip. Oh, a bit of a twitchy rear. And he's still going. What's he going to punch out on this lap time? He's done a 47.9 so far. And there we go, 47.8. Oh, very nice lap there,
Hey, dude, that was awesome, man. That was really cool, Juzzy. Well done. I really enjoyed that. I hope everyone else watching enjoyed that as much as I did. So that was good enough for P4. Take a breath, Juzzy. You had to talk pretty quickly there with that.
Did a Greg Murphy on the lap of the gods there.
All right, who else do we have? This is ROOZ coming around. So far, Kart Dude has set the fastest time with a 147.5. We're almost halfway through the session. This man here, ROOZ, so he was on the podium last round in Barcelona. What has he got for us as he comes out of Murray's up the centre straight? He will remain in P10 for now, so he's still got plenty of time to go. His teammate though, this is Kamangu, so he's currently down in P16. He's just about to come through Juzzy. Well, he's gone through Juzzy's favourite corner. Bomb hole. We haven't mentioned the cookie yet, as he comes through Murray's now. So
Well, I'll tell you what, that lap, the cookie, I reckon, would have crumbled a little.
All right, so Kamangu, he improves. He goes up into P9, so nice result for him. What about Andrali? So the man that's responsible for all the nice graphics that you see this man here is responsible for them. Andrali in the Audi. He's currently P8. That's where he will... No, he's gone P1.
Here we go. He's gone P1, yeah.
Great time from Andrali.
47.3.
That's quick.
47.2 by Footner.
Oh, so he matches it straight away. I think this is... Oh, Pesky's coming around through bomb hole now. Just trying to pick up some of the other guys. This was Haggis. So he's about to come through. This is ICR Ferrari in that orange. He will remain in P10. We had a couple of guys go off at Brundle. I don't know what's happening with them at the moment. Ortec for Selby Acoustic Racing. So what can he do? He's currently P16.
He'll pull something out. If he's in a good mood, Ortec will get out a good one.
Alright, maybe he's not in a good mood. He's stay down in P16. He'll go again though. This man, Bruce, we saw him complete a lap earlier. We'll see if he improves his time.
We've got 6 minutes to go, so we're going to have happy hour soon.
Alright, this is Burradog. Why do I keep getting all the... this is the P&L guys. Keep on, it's just the P&L show so far tonight. So, no, so Gamesman Racing Team, sorry. Gamesman Racing Team. Keep on, yeah, here's another one. Kamangu. Why do I keep picking all of them up right now? Anyway, there are other cars out there. Cart number 1 is out there. We'll stay with Kamangu for now. So he's in P10.
Car 45, car 45.
Yeah. All right.
Tell you what, it is tight to 10th. The top 10 is very tight.
Yeah, it's less than a second between them all. That man out on top though is Footner. He replaced Andrali for pole position so far. Provisional pole. Andrali's going to go again. He doesn't improve his time, so he will remain there in P2. Who else do we have? Oh, sorry, that's in the pits. I'll get to Fresh Prince. He's in the pits as well. There we go. Jambon Sickle. There's the car that I wanted. All right, so he will remain in P6. What about Mr. N. Wilson?
What's he going to do for us?
All right, so he will remain in P10 for now. Oh, he goes quite wide at turn 1. He's put that into the fence there. So lucky this is only qualifying and it's not the race.
Yeah. Tell you what, that was a long... He was trying. He was having a go.
Getting all the mistakes out of the way before the race starts. But he finds himself in P10. This man here, John O'Stan, in the Bruce Howell Racing Lamborghini. He will remain in P17. What about Ortex? So you said if he's in a good mood, he'll go well. He's currently P16, so he's not...
Oh, have you seen what Footner's done?
A 146.6.
Yes. How's that?
He's smashing it, and I didn't pick it up, so I do apologise for that.
No, I only just picked it up myself. That's both of us there. Oh, strength.
All right, Ortec doesn't improve out of P16. Kamangu, what can he do? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's improved to P7. Cart number 1, he's coming across the line now. He'll remain in P18. We've got 136 is out there. Where is 136? Trying to pick it up. Oh, there we go. It's Footner. All right. So, does he go faster? No, he doesn't. So, he will remain in P1, though, with a 146. We've got just over 3.5 minutes left in the session. This is qualifying for race 4 of the Pro-Am division, Race on Oz.
That would have been a good lap to call.
Would have been a good one. You got to pick the right ones, don't you? It's it can be hit and miss. So you did a good job anyway. AB Saints, what can he do? He's currently P19 in that Bentley of his. He improves to P18, so he moves up a spot. This man here, John O'Stan, so we saw him before, just coming into Murray's. He's currently P17 as we have 3 minutes left in the session, 180 seconds. So they'll be getting in their final laps now. We need to work on that cough button. P15, he moves up into. Cart Dude, he's currently P5, so he's having a good run.
Oh, someone else moved up again there. Oh, it was Andretti going into pits.
Yep.
Barradog's in third.
Yeah, Cart Dude's in P4. The Branchy, he's currently P15. That's where he will remain. What about Kamangu in the Gamesman Racing Bentley? No, this is... Oh, I've got Kamangu. There we go. What can he do? He's currently P7. And he will stay in P7 for now. What about... Where's Pole Sitter? So he's out ahead by 6/10. This is Footner. Can he go 2 from 2? This is a one on debut in Barcelona. Let's see if he can get another race victory in race 1 of 2 for this round. He doesn't improve his time. Who else is out there? Burradog. So he's currently P3. Andrelli's in the pit. So is HSV. Cart Dude is still circulating. He's in P5. Jambon Sickle. So those guys not really going to get another go at improving their time. Burradog though, what can he do to get at least one more lap after this one? He remains in P3.
So you got to watch Cart Dude. He'll linger, and he'll linger at towards the end of the session or something. Boom! He'll stick it on pole. He's done it to us plenty of times with NCR. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
you think, yeah, I got pole, I'm good. No, boom! Yeah,
all right.
done.
We'll keep an eye on him. Fresh Prince, he remains P14. Jono Stan, he's P16 now. Oh, he moves up to P10, so nice work from him. What about Cart Dude? So can he surprise us?
Yeah, will he surprise? What's he going to do? He's coming down the front straight now. And nope, still there.
No, still remain in P5. Ortec, he's coming through. Murray's, it's a horrible camera angle there. But we'll deal with it. We will live. We've got less than a minute left in the session. Ortec remains in P9. Kamangu currently P7. He goes P2. So nice time there from Kamangu. Cart number 1. Here we go.
So I've got 3 guys there, just over 6/10 off.
So it's tight. That's what we want. We want the close racing. Footner, can he improve on his time? He's done a 1:46.6 and he's got to pull out of that. So he definitely will not improve on that time.
That's quicker than the pro guys last week.
A 1:46.6. Are you suggesting perhaps he needs to go up? We've got triple zeros. So these are going to be the last drivers to cross the line. This is Haggis. He remains P12. Burradog, he's currently P4. Can he move up? Yes, he can. He goes into P2. So great work.
There we go. 5/10. Lovely work, Burradog. Lovely work.
All right, Cart Dude.
Cart Dude, he's having a stab. He get held up slightly though, so we don't know if he can improve his time, but he's right on the apex. He's still having a go.
All right, let's see what he can do. 4.64 has gone off there through... they come into the pits. All right, so he's going to be followed home by Jono Stan.
Jeez, he's using some track. He's really having a stab.
Jono Stan runs wide. Cart Dude. He's going to reach for the line as we see Jono Stan spinning in the background. Cart Dude remains in P6.
I put the commentator's cues.
All right, so... This is our grid. So congratulations, Footner has taken pole position in his second race in Pro-Am. It's Burradog, Kamangu, Andrelli, P4. Well done to Andrelli. That's a good result for him. HSV, Cart Dude, Jambon Sickle, Pesky, Ortec, and Jono Stan. We're at the top 10, so well done to those guys. Angry Old Fella, Haggis, Bruise. Yeah, you don't find him down there that often. So he won't be particularly happy with that, I'd imagine. And then we've got...
Some people have tracks which are a bit of a pain.
Yeah. So Mr. N. Wilson, The Branchy, Metal Steel, Fresh Prince, Cart number 1, AB Saints. Rounds out the top 19. ETS, HSV. My internet sucks at the moment, guys. I don't know how bad it is on the stream. I don't think I really saw... I don't think I saw anything that would suggest it was a bit rubbish, so we'll keep an eye out for it. Vic Chan, Footner for Rookie of the Season. There you go. Adam Parsons, well done, Footner, and good work, John O'Stan. Good build up to pull in the top 10. And HSV about the internet. So that is qualifying for race 1 done. We have 2 races tonight. The reverse grid will be determined by the finishing positions of race 1.
Yes. And race 1, I reckon it's going to be a cracker. Yeah, look at those times, guys, eh? It's going to be brilliant.
Yes, race 1 is about to get underway very shortly. I'm just working out some... I've got to get my notebook. I'll try and write down the grid before we start. It's always good to refer back to.
Yeah, I'll take a photo of it for you.
Oh, you're a good man, Juzzy. You're a very good man.
I try. Here we go, and bam! Oh, the big flashes on, eh? Technical difficulties all around.
Alright, we'll be alright. So we'll just wait for this one to get started. So they'll be setting up their setups. What did you think about qualifying, Juzzy?
Footner. He's doing a good job, isn't he? I wish I had been on that quick lap. That would have been a good one. But Andretti, he was up there for a bit there. But just going by these times, I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressive field.
Yeah, it's nice and close. That's what we want. So we're T-minus 4 minutes away from getting this one started. I don't know what's 4 minutes. Usually 2 minutes, isn't it? Maybe because we're doing the longer one, but we'll be all right. All right, let me just quickly finish writing this out, and then...
I'll send you that picture too.
You're a good man, Juzzy. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. It's on Discord. Yes.
Look at us being all tech and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Finger on the pulse.
I don't know if you saw in the... just while we're waiting, K-Bear posted a good video in the general chat for the Bentley... the new Bentley rim. I don't know if you saw that on there. Looked,
I saw that, and I thought I was watching a porno video. When he just took it out of that Pikes Peak Bentley, and then wandered over and just stuck it in his cell, I was like, strength. And that was at work. Yeah, I saw that today.
I had to get the not suitable for work mark on there, you reckon?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So,
all right.
I'm 2 seconds. I'm going to quickly empty my ashtray.
No worries. All right. So while you do that,
I condone smoking.
No, we definitely don't condone smoking.
No.
JJ says I always suspected Juzzy watched some odd porn. Yeah, he's an odd dude. To be fair, I know he's not here on the stream right now, but I think even Juzzy would admit that as well. But it was a cool looking rim though. It looked. It did look phenomenal. It looked expensive as well.
When I got $2,500 and I could get pedals, and that's the rim I'll be getting.
All right. Well,
Yes.
You'll have to send through a photo of it. I won't go into too much detail on that. But we've got 2 minutes left before this one starts. So just a reminder, this is going to be a 30-minute sprint race. So this will be race 1, and then race 2 will be a reverse grid. So hopefully these guys can do it as well as the pro drivers did last week in terms of just the pure coordination that was required to get everyone done. All right, so, but yeah, it'll be good. So, Adam Parsons, my 7-year-old Lenny wants to barrack for Footner now instead of his dad. At least he's still on the BHR fan page. Oh, that's rough. Mate, if your son's not going to, if little Lenny's not going to go for you, who is? That's, maybe bribe him with some pocket money or something, or chocolate, or a dessert, or a chocolate after dinner. I don't know. I don't know what parents do for that sort of stuff. But all right, so we've got a minute left. Everyone will be finalising their setups. Hopefully, no one's scrambling that they forgot theirs, or I've done that a couple of times where you forget to set it, and then you're racing with a neutral setup for the rest of the race, which can be quite a horrible experience.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they'll be getting that done. We'll lock in at that 30-second mark. Then we'll get this one underway. But it's a Bruce Howell.
All you guys commenting, make sure you put a like on the page too.
Yes. It helps out the channel, helps out the network. So give us a subscribe and a like. Doesn't cost you a cent. Cost you nothing. But helps us out greatly, and we do appreciate it. There's some great content on the ROOZ channel as well. As we've got 15 seconds left before this one starts. It's 10 seconds. Quite a in terms of GRT, it's 2, 3, and 4 by the looks of it. So it's a very heavy GRT front 2 rows of this one. And I've got the camera on car number 1, which is I've learnt my lesson the last few times. And we're going to get this one started as Footner leads us away. So he's going to be warming up those tyres, checking the brakes, riding them. So obviously everyone's got their different techniques that they use. I think the best way to describe warming up the tyres, if you were to describe it to someone who'd never, who wondered, why are they doing that? I always like to say it's like when you're playing sport. If you're about to go out there and play a game of footy, you don't just put your boots on and run out there. You got to stretch and limber up and warm up. And that's
what they're doing.
And that's exactly. So they got to get those tyres up to temperature, the brakes up to temperature, because you don't want to be coming into that first turn and having cold brakes and you put your foot straight to the floor and it doesn't work. Fortunately, in a virtual world, it doesn't matter that much. In reality, it just matters a little bit more. So I see Kart Dude's in the pits for some reason. I'm not too sure.
Oh, I think he forgot to push a button.
Oh no. He had 4 minutes. He had 4. Maybe it was the longer time. But,
he may have ran off and done something, and that does happen. I have been known to do it myself.
I have done it a couple of times myself as well. So,
yes.
Poor Kart Dude. He had a not a bad qualifying session there. He qualified P6, so he's going to start in P19.
True.
And he's got to have freezing cold tyres and brakes as well to get it away on the first lap. So not good for him. But it's going to be the Bruce Hale Racing Bentley. It's going to be chased down by 3 Gamesman Racing Team cars, all of different models: a Bentley, McLaren, and an Audi. An Andrelli in an Audi. Say that 10 times fast. And then it's ICR Mercedes of HSV 12 in P5. Now, he did mention he had a bit of a difficult internet connection, so hopefully that holds up for him. I'm not cursing him in any way. He said that in the stream. That is not me mentioning anything else other than what he mentioned, just for those of you who like to say the commentators curse. And we've got a server. I think we've got to go a server reset, I think. So that's what JJ's saying in the comments. The server looks pretty good, though.
Yeah.
We'll just wait and see. I haven't had any other communications yet. I haven't had any other. I've had nothing else. I haven't heard anything else. I haven't heard anything.
Bunched up.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, here we
Oh yeah. Oh, they're all gone.
There we go.
All right.
And kaboom.
All right. So
what's going to happen now is they'll have to do a warm-up lap, then they'll have to get information on the next lap.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. So it'll be like race 2.
Oh yeah. All right. We'll jump back in. So where are we? There we are.
And welcome to the starting soon screen.
Well, it's otherwise you're just going to watch me. Can't in the pit, so maybe that caused some sort of issue. I'm not too sure, but we'll keep the starting soon screen. If you're just joining us, we will get this one underway very, very shortly. We just had to do a quick server reset, but hopefully we can get underway without any hassles for the next one. So we'll just have to pad it out for 5 minutes. Maybe grab a beer, Grab a coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
A water
Coffee.
or a tea or whatever you want. I can't drink coffee this late. I wouldn't go to bed till very early in the morning.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we'll just wait for them all to get started. I don't think anyone usually goes out for any laps. We got a little 5-minute period while everyone resets, gets back in the lobby, and then we'll get this thing underway. So we've got 4 minutes left. I'll put it in the chat just in case.
Here we go. Yep, everyone's slowly come back here. We've got 12 so far.
Yeah. It's all filtering back in. Alright, so you're not missing any action if you're in the stream. We are everyone's filtering back in. Make sure you all set your setups again as well. So that's a common mistake to make in this situation, that you forget to set your setups. Want to make sure you get that all sorted.
Saving setups, and sometimes forgetting to change from your quali setup to the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few people have done that, and where's my fuel?
Yeah. Resetting the fuel, that's a big one as well.
Yes.
I remember a race last season. I think it was one of the last races. It was like in the AM class. We were at Spa, and I think it was the 90-minute enduro, and it took us like 5 times to get it right. It just, and like it was probably at least twice that I forgot something of my setups.
Yes.
But hopefully we don't get 5.
I did a 1,000k Spa race on P-Cars 2 with Emu Egg.
Oh yeah.
And we couldn't get his internet working at his house, so he had to come over to my place because we live pretty close.
Yeah.
And he had to jump in my sim. He had no race practice in my sim at all, and the wheel was too tight for him. So I ended up doing the whole 1,000k's basically.
Oh wow.
That was 10 minutes. And we had a rule: if somebody dropped out, we'd restart the room. And I kept dropping out, didn't I? So I had to start from the back, and I managed to come through to the front every time.
Yeah.
And the BMW was a jet. And this quick story before the start of the race.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's got 2 minutes.
Yes. And now, who was it that was chasing me down? I can't remember who it was. Last pit stop had a 35-second lead, and guess what I forgot to do? Forgot to drop me tyre pressures. So I forgot for the track cooling down. And who was it that caught me? With 3 laps to go, they caught me on the third last lap, and off they went into the distance. Yeah, still finished second, but that was a good race. So even though I come second, it was still brilliant.
That's when you need like some sort of engineer or like a helper, if you like. So just I know some guys do that. They'll have someone else watching the stream and giving them advice and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
All right, so we're a minute away from this one. So we've got 18 in the lobby again. We had 19 earlier. HSV's in there, so he doesn't have any internet connection issues. Just trying to figure out.
45. Is he back? Oh, he's up top. Yep, he's back. Who's missing? Oh, yeah, we got 19, but it's a blank at the moment.
Yeah, not too sure.
Steel.
There we go. He's in. We've got 19 all back. So everyone's back. We've got 30 seconds to go before this one gets underway again.
Oh, pardon me.
Seriously,
hit the mute button there.
We got to work on that cuff button, Juzzy. All right. So this is where we're at. We've got another 4 minutes. All right, cool. Well, maybe just have a little break, get a drink, have something to eat, and we'll be back in 4 minutes. How's that? You good with that, Juzzy?
I'm easy with that. Yeah.
I just don't think anyone wants to hear me talk rubbish for 4 minutes.
I can talk about a battle at Bath that Greg and I had for 1,000k's on P-Cars 2.
All right, well,
P-Cars 1.
Well, I'm just thinking, what are we? Go for it. Fill us in. Tell us a story while we wait.
Well, it was another race that we had. It was the first enduro we did, and the gun team was cart number one, blind man, and he had a couple others there with him. I can't remember all the rest of the guys. And for this whole race, we were 2 to 5 seconds apart for the whole 1,000 Ks. There was rain. Greg did a triple stint in the rain, and then in the end, I double stinted for the last run. And I started just all of a sudden, bang! I started pulling wicked lap times, and I was catching cart, and I think we're on the second last lap, and I was on him, but the thing was passing him. They were brilliant. They had that thing set up like a jet. But in the end, what happened was, because I got a little bit too close, I just came out of the cutting, and then you've got the next turn after that, just a little kink.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a little bit of aero wash and got a little bit of wheel spin, and I just clipped the wall and did suspension damage, and then that was it. And I didn't crash, and we only finished 5 seconds back. But for that whole race, that was the gap. 1,000 Ks of that. And
that's impressive.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
And tell you what, even though we were second, it was one of the best races Greg and I had ever done.
That sounds awesome, man. It's 1,000 kilometers is a long way as well. It's a what's that? 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours?
Yeah, 3 hours each in the chair.
Yeah.
We did it at Greg's place in his sim. He's got a proper race seat in his sim, and every time I jump in it, I have to lift my bits to sit in the thing. Yeah, it's pretty tight.
I'm just trying to get the visual out of my head of that.
Yeah, you don't want those pictures, mate.
All right, so we got just over a minute left in this one. All right, so I think Adam Parsons' kid, what's he wants to be called? Lenny Dog, I think now. Bouncy says, "What's up, Juzzy?" He's got.
How are you, buddy?
He's got the cookies ready for you. So your famous cookies.
Yes.
We haven't talked much about them tonight, but
I know.
Yeah, well, we usually save that for the race, which we're only 50 seconds away from getting started. Touch wood that we don't have any more server issues. I don't think we will. These guys will have to get themselves sorted out, obviously. Back into position, but I don't think that should be too much of a drama. And then
these guys are seasoned professionals.
Yeah, and we'll get this thing underway. It'll be race 1 of 2, sprint race. The sprint race round. Reverse grid for the second. We're almost like a mixed grid right now, but
491's leaving it tight. His car's still in the air. That's all. Here we go. He's dropping it.
I think it's about 30 seconds, isn't it? You want to have it dropped by then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So we're about to get...
Some leave for the last minute because it actually leaves a bit of extra heat in your tyres.
Yeah. I've seen people use that strategy before, and yeah, I wasn't that complicated.
Yeah, I was never that keen.
All right, so Cart Dude's going to lead him away, but obviously he'll have to get back into position. So this is a good little rehearsal for race 2, because this is what they'll have to do in race 2. And obviously everyone needs to cross the timing line first before they can start exchanging positions. So everyone has. So we should be able to.
So this lap, they all have to stay in what position they are now. If they don't, they'll get teleported back to the pits.
Yeah.
So once they cross the line, there'll be one more lap, and there's no ghosting.
Okay.
After that,
yeah.
So the way they generally do it, the guys that need to get up to the front will go to the right and pass all the guys on the left. So
yeah.
Yes, that's how it should work in theory.
in theory, we should be all right though. I've got faith that they'll. We've got a lot of experienced guys here, very mature drivers too. So, I think this will be fine. They'll show us how it's done. The pro guys did it last week, and it was fine. And I don't foresee any other issues happening this week. So we'll keep it on Cart Dude. I had it on Footnote originally, but obviously we had the reset, so still not able to get it on the first driver yet, but this will be good enough because he qualified in P6, so it's not a bad place to start. In terms of pole position though, it was Footner who will eventually come around to take his position at the front, while everyone just gets their tyres nice and warm. Ooh. Kart dude running
He's
a little bit.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
running a little bit wide there, a little bit too enthusiastic, a little bit too vigorous on the steering wheel. There's those 3 Bentleys. It's a fleet of Bentleys in this series. Up Bentley Straight.
Wouldn't you be the lease company for that, eh?
Well, the guy who owns this circuit, Jonathan Palmer, he's obviously has Jonathan Palmer Motorsports and he's pretty wealthy. But his partner in business, Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan Ogilshire or something? No, Sir Peter Ogden. He so every now and then. So the reason they called Turn 6 Oggies was because he used to like just taking out one of the fleet of Ferraris. One of the Ferraris and just power sliding it through there. So that's why they named that turn after him, because that's what he liked to do. So just the old casual, just take the Ferrari out for a few laps around the private circuit and just power slide it around. So, yeah, when you're talking fleet of cars, yeah, Palmer Motorsport, they've got a few. All right.
I'll just take this Italian today.
yeah, exactly.
Do some power sliding today.
Not a bad life. Not a bad life.
Yes.
Let's face it, it's a money sport. You can get into on all levels, but usually the more money you've got, the higher you go.
Yes.
The more competitive it is. So, Kart Dude though, it's not about money now. It's just about getting it all organised.
All right, so they're all gonna start getting in their places.
Yep.
Come on, Kart Dude, stop weaving. People need to pass you.
Well, only a few. So you qualified P6. So Footnote will have to move up there. Oh, I can actually, yes, I can activate on the different cars because we're not on the warm-up lap anymore. All right, so this is the man. We will have to move up into P1 eventually. I want to get this sorted pretty soon, so they're all nice and neat and tidy by the time they come around Murray's. No vigorous weaving or accelerating is permitted after the final turn, and they can only go racing at the timing line as well. That's one of the specific requirements of this kind of start. This is like I said, this is a rehearsal for race 2 when they do the reverse grid. So they're all getting into position now. Timing screen will sort itself out, and then we'll get this one underway. I'm looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a good race. It was tight at the top, amongst the top 10. I think about a second separated them. I think Juzzy.
Yes, yep, about a second. It was pretty close, very tight indeed. To be honest, someone's connection's playing up a little bit now. I think it's Baradog, so keep an eye on him. But this restarts. They would have been ready to go before, and now because they've done this, they're going to be a little bit out of sorts, some of them. But yeah, it's going to. I'm just hanging for the first turn.
Yeah, we had a little bit of action there last week with the pro guys.
Yes.
But we'll see if we get any action this week as well. Alright.
Well, they're all weaving. Are they all in order now?
Baradog, he was in P2. Yeah, Kamangu P3, Andrali P4. Yeah, and HSV P5. Kart Dude, Jambon Sickle. Yeah, Pesky. Yeah, Ortec, John O'Stan. Yeah, it's looking pretty neat and tidy. They've done a good job here, these guys. Never in doubt.
They certainly have, yeah. Actually, I keep forgetting I've got a picture I can go by.
I wrote it down. I went old school.
Oh, old school. Oh.
All right. So it looks like they've sorted themselves out. Yeah, they've done that quite well. So, well done to these guys. This is, dress rehearsal for race number 2, but this is race 1. We've got to get through that first. So, they're about to come through enter Murray's.
Double file. This is brilliant without the game doing it. These guys are doing this by themselves. This is pretty good.
Oh, that pesky, that HSV connection does look a little bit sketchy. Hopefully it can hold up. All right, so we've already, the clock's already started, obviously, so we're going to do 26.5 minutes of this one. We're about to get underway. All right, so as he comes, Footner leads him to the line. And they're off. All right, so let's go racing. So it looks like Footner got a good start. So did Burradog. Kamangu's still in there as well. Andrelli slotted into P4 nicely. So he's unchallenged coming through turn 1. Looks like...
Cartoon's made a move already.
Yeah, looks like everyone's gotten through there pretty cleanly. That was HSV trying to get past Cartoon. So Cartoon's already moved up 1 spot. He's moved into P5. Out in front, though, it's Footner. He's already got a gap on Burradog, so he's 3/10 ahead of him as they go into Agostino for the first time. But yeah, all 19 drivers managed to get through, and we don't have anyone who's turned around or who's injured, so or damaged or anything like that. So race 1's underway. We've got 25 more minutes, so we just had a little bit left. I had to spend a little bit of time getting the formation lap done. But great job from all 19 drivers. It was a non-assisted side-by-side start. So all these drivers should be commended on their efforts. Fantastic job from them all. Well done. Oh, that was one of the Bentleys. I think that might have been Ortec. The camera's got to catch up. In the Bentley there, going on the grass. That was just coming through out of Williams. And we've got someone in the pits. That's Haggis. So I'm not too sure. Haggis. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened to him as we come through. Oh, that's 3. Oh no, that's a big hit. So that was Andrelli. So Andrelli went around and he got hit by one of the Bentleys. I think that might have been, was it Pesky? I think it was one of the P&L guys. Not too sure, but Andrelli lost it at Brundle. And he's, was it at Brundle? Where was it? It might have been through Bombhole. It was around that part of the circuit.
Yeah, he was down at the back of Brundle there.
Yeah, and then he's crashed right into him. So he didn't have anywhere to go. He wouldn't have seen him coming through there. So, that's terrible for Andrelli. He had really good qualifying in P4. He's going to fall all the way back to the rear of the grid. Dare say he will have to pit, but he looks like he's going around. Where is he? I'm just trying to pick him up. He's down in P17. Where is he? So he's got a lot of damage though. That's going to be a pig of a car to drive until he can get back into the pits. All right. So, well, we've got this one underway with minimal amounts of drama. Yep. So it's Haggis in the pits, and Andrelli just got hit by one of the Bentleys. I'm still trying to figure out. Pretty sure it was a P&L Bentley. I'm not too sure which one. But out in front, it's Footner leading from Burradog from Kamangu. So Kamangu's had a good start. He's maintained his P3. Pesky, he's moved up a few positions. He started P8. He's already moved himself up into P5. So good job from him. And Jono Stan, he started P10. He's in P6 right now. So a good start from him in that Bruce Hale Racing Lamborghini. Yeah. All right, just having a look. Who else? Bruce. So he's coming through Brundle now. He's giving chase to Mr. N. Wilson. He didn't have the greatest of qualifying. Mr. N. Wilson, he was down in P14, so he's moved himself up 4 spots. So he's going all right. Bruce didn't have the greatest qualifying either. He's moved up a couple still. So the race is one story, the qualifying is another. So we'll find out the full story at the end of both race 1, how they qualified and where they ended up, and get ready for race 2. But in the meantime, Footner is leading the way, trying to make it 2 from 2 in the ROOZ ProAm division.
Just ignore the printer in the background.
Oh, Bruce goes off at turn 1. We saw Mr. N. Wilson do that in qualifying. Bruce has done it in the race. So he's just gone too deep there at Riches. and slammed into that fence. So he should probably have significant damage. Can't see anything on the car as of yet. But that might... Ooh, he's got a lot of damage on the side. So that will upset the handling of that. I don't think he'll be enjoying the rest of this race until he jumps into the pits. I think in the pits, Branchy is in there as well. Obviously, pit stops aren't compulsory in this one. Might have had some sort of issue. I'm not too sure. I didn't pick anything up. We might see him get underway. But Haggis is in there as well. So that might be where he's going to remain for the rest of this race. Race 1 of race 2 of 2. This is Angry Old Fella throwing that car through Williams up the Bentley Straight. He started P11. He's up into P8 now. So he's had a good start as well. He's giving chase to HSV in that ICR Mercedes. Only a couple of Mercedes drivers in this division this season. It's these two cars on screen. Not bad.
Having a good old go too.
Oh, I know, HSV. Oh.
Good save.
That was a good save.
Yeah.
He's lost a spot though to Angry Old Fella, but he was lucky to only lose one spot, so not multiple. So HSV. Looks like that internet connection's worked itself out nicely as well now. So
Touch wood.
Of course.
Yes.
What about Ortec? So he's being chased down by Mr. N. Wilson in the Ferrari. Can he get a good enough tow into turn 1? We saw a lot of overtaking here in the Pro Series. I dare say we'll see some more this week. No, not close enough.
Bit of a different line here from Orts too.
Well, you can take a couple of different lines through there. It's an interesting corner as they come through Montreal, or Wilson, as it was named after Justin Wilson, posthumously. Cart Dude's going all right up there in P4. It's Footner. He's gapped Burrow Dog, though. He's 3.8 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's just going to keep putting in the laps.
he did this in Barcelona. He was able to start from the front and then just put a nice, comfortable gap. We'll have to see if Burrow can close that up.
Yeah, see how he goes. He's probably made a couple of little oopsies trying to catch him.
This is Cart Dude having a look into Brundle. Can make a move into Brundle, but going through their side by side is not recommended.
No.
So come through.
They're both on the apex. Oh, the McLaren got a bit sideways there, coming into bum hole.
All right, this corner of Coram, it sort of just goes forever and ever and ever. Oh, he runs wide. That was Kamango. Oh no, he's turned around. Yeah. So, he hasn't hit anything or any cars, but he's lost a lot of positions though.
Yeah, too much jandle.
He's got Ortec coming through. Oh, he was lucky that neither of them hit. So can Mr. N. Wilson take advantage of this as they go into turn 1 up the centre straight? Looks like Mr. N. Wilson got a good run on him, so maybe Ortec was just distracted by the McLaren coming across the circuit. Mr. N. Wilson's able to get that done. Come on, camera, keep up with me. All right, so he's able to do that.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Orts looked like he was setting up for a move there, but he always looks like he's going to go for the under and over, but he nearly chopped himself out there.
What about Metal Steel? Can he have a go at this as well? And that's, I think that was that Fresh Prince in the background, or Kamangu still having all sorts of trouble in that McLaren. He's dropped down into P12. He was running in P3 at that time of the spin. So
as soon as you get junk on your tyres and you're trying to keep pushing, the car's just going to keep coming off. So you just got to let him clean up.
Yeah. Got to have a little bit of patience.
Yes, he's got too much junk on his tyres. He's just got to take it easy the next couple of laps.
Yep.
His tyres will clean up, and then he can attack.
And at least he doesn't have any damage either, which is really lucky. So
he's probably just a bit frustrated with himself, just dropping that back wheel on the grass before. So he's still trying to push too hard.
We never did things like that, did we, Juzzy?
Oh, never. No, never.
So he's on.
Just crashing properly.
That's right. So Andrali, look at all that damage to the car. So he decided not to pit. I think Angry Old Fellow was having a move on Jambon Sickle. No, he wasn't. Alright, I thought I saw someone making a move in the background. No, it was this man here. Jambon Sickle. All right, so, yeah, Andrali's continued around. Let's get back to this battle, though. This was with Mr. N. Wilson, Ortec, and Metal Steel in that ICR Ferrari. Last time we came around here was Mr. N. Wilson having a run to take Ortec. Metal Steel now coming under attack from kart number 1 in the Aston Martin. So can he send it into turn 1? Metal Steel goes a little bit defensive there. Just widens that car a bit as they go through turn 1. And he's able to navigate through there. All right, Mr. N. Wilson defending hard from Ortec in that Selby Acoustics Racing Bentley. He's got his partner just behind him in the Aston Martin. Then that's
a little battle forming up here.
Yeah, and then it's Fresh Prince, and I think that was
in the background there too.
Yeah, so that's Fresh Prince and ROOZ. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yep. So I think they've swapped positions just then. Fresh Prince in that yellow P&L McLaren. Kamangu's in the pits now. The other two drivers, though, that were in the pits earlier, they've come back out on the track, so we've still got all 19 runners going. We're approaching the halfway mark, though. We're 16 minutes left. It is Footner. He's increased that gap now, so he's 5.1 seconds ahead. Kamangu, just a little bit more pain. Salt in the wound. He gets a stop-go 30-second penalty, so that's his race. He's going to be starting from the front, at least, in race 2, so that's a little bit of consolation for him. But race 1, yeah, no good. Put this one in the bin and we'll go into race 2.
That's an Kamangu, he's got a penalty.
Yeah, yep. Oh, that was Fresh Prince just running off the track a little bit through Nelson in the background there. But this man here, Ortec, this is in the battle for P6 and 7. He's got Metal Steel right behind him. One of the closest battles on the track. That gap out in front, 5.8 seconds. So Footner just running away with it again. We saw him do this in Barcelona. He's going for 2 for 2.
Yep.
But in the meantime, Metal Steel pulls out of the draft, looks to send it up the inside of Ortec. No, can't get it done.
There for Orts.
Yeah. So nice driving there from Ortec. I think he might have a little bit of damage. I saw that bonnet just flapping in the breeze.
Car number 1 going for a big lunch in the back there.
He's just on the back of this group. He's behind Metal Steel. Brew's just starting to lurk there in the background now, so he's gotten into a rhythm. He's moved his way up from P13. He'll see what sort of finishing spot he can get with less than 15 minutes. So we've gone over halfway. It is Footner leading from Burrow Dog in P3's Kart Dude in the Bentley. Pesky 1, HSV. Mr. N. Wilson's moved up to P6. He's having a good race, Mr. N. Wilson. Keep it up. Ortec, Metal Steel, kart number 1, the car on screen, and ROOZ, as we just mentioned, rounds out our top 10. We've got 19 drivers still running. We saw a fantastic start, side by side, unassisted. We lost a little bit of time due to the server reset, but these boys have made up for it with some class racing and the class start. So, what are your thoughts, Juzzy? What are you thinking so far?
I'm liking this middle battle at the moment. These guys are going to keep going all race long. And they're doing a bit of the yo-yo effect here and here. They all stretch out, then they come back. And down the back, I don't know what's happened to Camargo. I think he's... I don't know if he had damage or what, but yeah, he's decided to stick in the pits there for now by the looks of it.
He had the stop-go 30-second penalty, so...
there we go. He's going again now. Maybe he needed a piss. Or damage.
I think he might have had a little bit of damage.
Yes.
So he's cleared his 30-second stop go. This is Metal Steel. So this is the battle that you were talking about. Brewing away between Mr. N. Wilson, Ortec, Metal Steel, kart number 1, and Brew. So we've got the 4 drivers here. This is for 7, 8, 9, and 10. Out in front, though, I haven't shown much of Footner. We might quickly jump on board with him. We'll give him a little bit of screen time, see how he's doing it. But he's 6 seconds ahead. So that's the reason why we're not showing him too much. But we might do a quick lap with him very, very shortly. Where is he now? He's just coming up through Brundle. So the next lap around, we'll jump on board with him, and we can do a lap and we'll see how how he's getting around the circuit and why he's 5.4 seconds ahead. So he might have made a little mistake.
Yeah, a little bit of a boo-boo.
It's less than a second between Burrow Dog and Cart Dude. So for Selby Acoustics Racing, he's looking good. But let's go on board with this man, Footner. Let's do let's analyse the lap, Juzzy. What do you reckon?
Oh, okay. I bet I'm gonna have to be there with him. So here we go. Okay. Juzzy just going through technical difficulties. So obviously he's not doing a quali lap, but he's still running a little bit wide there into the hairpin. But he's coming out nicely. It's not as animated as it was in quali. Probably running a light car. Yeah, lovely, hitting the apex, and he turned in pretty early that time too. But let's see if he's braking as late as he was in quali. And he comes up, yeah, he's braking a lot earlier. Coming into the hairpin, beautiful. Oh, what's the name of that one? Agostini.
Yeah, I can see.
Coming up to Hamilton, and look at this. Nice. He had 2 stabs there. Yeah, he's just looking after the car. This bit, I love this little bit of the track. It's so technical. Yeah, watch that throttle trace again, people. Watch that. Watch how he just off the throttle, and he's just going to gently feed it in. Bang. Well, he didn't gently. He just slammed that in there. Yeah, and down the Bentley stretch where he sipped some cognac through the helmet straw. Probably coming straight from the boot. Into Brundle. Here we go. Nicely. He's just doing it smooth, isn't he?
Yeah.
A
little bit of the sausage curve. Yeah.
Into the bomb hole. Boom. There we go. Nicely. And in this corner here, it just forever off throttle. Here we go. Little bit of throttle. Oh, look at that. He's got that car going nice, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I thought he made a little bit of a mistake there, but he did that on the quali lap that we were on as well, and I was like, nah, that's just the style.
He's doing that nice. I missed the first 2 turns, so see what he's just letting it get out in 5th, just in the yellow, down to 3rd. Oh, he went in a little bit hard. He's probably just trying to maintain a gap. Like he's done a 46.9 in the race.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive for a race lap. So.
Pretty rapid for the race, and we're 2/3 of the race distance, so we have less than 10 minutes to go in this one. But it was that man that we're on board with leading the way. But Cart Dude, it says he's only 10th behind. Burrow Dog, they swapped positions. So Cart Dude's managed to get past Burrow Dog while we were on board with Footner. He's now moved up into P2. So nice result there from Cart Dude. Just seeing where he started. Cart Dude. P6. He's now up into P2. Burrow Dog started P2. He's dropped down as a spot. So
yeah, he has, yeah.
Yeah, great effort from these two. They're going to battle it out until the end. But that man Footner, he's just skipping away with this one right now. Metal Steel in the meantime.
The pesky one's moved up to from 8th to 4th.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
So he's looking good. HSV's looking good in there as well. Mr. N. Wilson. So Ortec and Metal Steel. Mr. N. Wilson was able to get past Ortec earlier on, but then he's been able to fend off Metal Steel and cart number 1. Bruce was in there as well, but it looks like Fresh Prince has swapped positions with him in the meantime. So Fresh Prince is still down in, he's down in P10. Metal Steel, having a look into Brundle. Drivers will be aware of the time. Only 8 minutes left. K-Man in the chat. K-Man set up working wonderfully.
Here we go, side by side into the bomb hole.
This is going to open it up for cart number 1 as well in the Aston Martin.
Yep.
And even Fresh Prince is going to get in on this action as well. So we've got 4 cars. Nice and close here with only less than 8 minutes left in this one. This is going to be a sprint to the end.
4 different mates too.
Yeah, 2 teams. We've got Selby Acoustics, we've got ICR, we've got P&L in there. We've got Gamesman Racing Team. We've got Bruce Hale in the background. We've got everyone. Everyone's at the party. They're all going to see how high up they can finish. So they send it through turn 1. Good overtaking opportunities here for turn 2. That hairpin right-hander. But yeah, K-Man in the chat. K-Man setup working wonderfully. So I'd say he would be referring to Kart Dude in the Bentley. I got a great piece of advice one day from K-Man. He said, when I first joined the league and we were just doing like a practice session together, he goes, you got to ring its dinger off. And I took that. You got to ring its dinger off, and that was some good advice. I actually improved after that. So, and he's very good with the setup. So good to see his setup advice has paid off for Kart Dude, and he's watching the stream. Thanks, K-Man.
And that's a good thing with K-Man. Like he can. Sometimes you'll give him a setup, and then he'll give it back to you and go, try that, and the thing's a weapon. You know, so yeah, he's the great. Oh, here we go. We've got a metal steel. He's going to have a go there in Brundle.
Into Brundle. Better of it. JJ, there will be some serious discussion in the GRT team chat after this round. So it sounds ominous for the GRT boys.
Bit of a chair and a knee and a slapping.
All right, we could venture into dangerous territory. We'll just leave it right there, Juzzy. We'll
we'll stop there. We do have sponsors to think of, yes.
We do, and one of the sponsors is Selby Acoustics, and one of their Bentleys, Ortec, is starting to feel a little bit of the pressure from Metal Steel. Can he? Oh no, Metal Steel!
To hit the ass.
Yeah. Oh no, they both have collided. So that's cart number 1 as well. Oh no!
Teammates too. Well, Metal Steel did redress, which is good. It's come on, mate.
It was the two Selby Acoustics. They've committed the cardinal sin. They've both taken each other out.
Yeah.
Looks like cart number 1's made out all right with that. Fresh Prince. He's done really well out of this. He's moved up. He's moved up a couple of spots. That opens up for Mr. N. Wilson. So he's in P6. He's going to feel pretty comfortable there. This is look at Bruce. Look at that battle damaged car. He's in P9, so he's moved up from P13. He was able to take advantage. The drivers that lost out though is Ortec and Metal Steel, so they've dropped down into P11 and P12. And Drally, look at him battling on after that early race incident. Now he hasn't pitted. He's been able to drag that Audi up into P13. Metal Steel now finally trying to make the move past Ortec into Brundle. And he gets it done. So, he runs a little bit too deep though. Can he? Oh, yeah. Can he hold it? No, he can't. Well done. All right. So he's got it done. He's a lap late and $1 short on that one. JJ,
yes.
JJ says the belt is ready. That's what caused that little giggle when I was calling that. I found that as Juzzy hits the cough button. Good work, Juzzy. You did it this time.
There we go. I'm on it.
All right. Okay, so Fresh Prince. Oh, that's Mr. N. Wilson. What's going on there, Mr. N. Wilson? That was one of the Bruce Hale Ferraris.
Oh, he
Fresh
do himself
Prince.
a mischief.
Not too sure what's happened. It was the Jono Stan, the Lamborghini, put me off. Sorry, I was wondering what the hell's going on there, but that's what put me off. So, out in front, it's Footnote with 3.5 minutes left. Kart Dude, Burrow Dog, Pesky, HSV, Mr. N. Wilson, Kart, Bruce, Fresh Prince, and Jono Stan. He qualified P10. He's in P9, so he's had a sideways race. He's just stayed the same.
But have a look where kart number 1 is now.
P7.
He's come from 18th.
18th to 7th. What a race.
18th to 7th, eh? What a mover and shaker this guy is, eh? I'm going to shout him a beer.
So great driving from kart number 1. So the two Aston Martins head to tail at the moment, P7 and P8. I thought I saw someone, was it Angry Old Fella, who's pretty close. This is Fresh Prince looking to put a move on Jono Stan. I heard Jono Stan's a bit of an arrive and drive kind of operator. He's not one for too much practice and setup refinery. He just gets in there and goes. I don't mind that approach. Obviously, it takes a bit of time as well. Not everyone has the time to spare. But yeah, he's doing well tonight with this one. All right.
Yeah, like TCR, you can hire a TCR car for the year. It's 30 grand a race. You just roll up with your helmet and suit.
There you go. So if you've got a spare 30 grand lying around, you can go out racing. A little bit cheaper.
That's just one race.
Yeah, I was about to say one race. A little bit cheaper to do it on the in the virtual world. But Kart Dude, he's 7.3 seconds behind Footner. So Footner has a pretty large lead as we approach less than 2 minutes left in race 1. This is Fresh Prince. He's looking to move up a spot, get past Jono Stan in that Bruce Hale Racing Lamborghini. Runs pretty wide through there. That was through Palmer. Got the left-hander of Agostini. Not really an overtaking opportunity. But if he can hang with him and then he can get through Williams, he might be able to set him up through Brundle. Have to wait. But it's, yeah, Kart Dude 7.7 seconds behind. Footner, Burradog in P3. But yeah, I think the story of the race is kart number 1 from P18 all the way up to P7. So he's had a cracker race.
Yeah, all leaders on the final lap.
All right, so T-minus 1 minute. Leaders on the final lap. I'll make sure I pick him up. He's just coming through turn 2 now. Let's try and stay with this battle all the way as long as we can. We've really got to work on the cough button there.
I thought, damn, that one just happened.
All right. Stephen John, shout out to Andrelli. Good to see he's learnt to stay within track limits. Wink emoji. He did have done himself a mischief early on. Just Footner coming through Agostini. Just doing a quick scan down the rest of the field. Jambon Sickle, he's got AB Saints who started P19. He's moved himself up into P14. So not a bad result for him. I've got to pick up Footner. Where are you, Footner? He's coming up the Bentley straight now. As we go 000. So once he crosses the line, that'll be it for everyone. Everyone else will cross the line for the final time. This is Jambon Sickle.
Drop back to 8th, I think.
Okay, what's happened to him?
Yeah,
number
Bruiser,
1.
Bruiser must have got a part in there.
Yep. All right, we'll get to, this is Footner. So coming through bomb hole. So on debut, he took a race win in Barcelona. And he's going to take race 1 of 2 of the sprint race. Season 4, round 4. Well done to Footner in the Bruce Hale Racing Bentley. He takes race number 1. Convincingly, it's a lights to flag victory. Well done to him.
On your Footner.
Kart Dude, he's had a great race. He started P6. He takes home P2 for Selby Acoustics Racing. Well done to him. The Burradog did well for Gamesman Racing Team, so JJ will be happy with him. He'll save the belt for the others. Pesky comes home in P4. Well done to Pesky as we see the fireworks going off in the background there. HSV, his internet's managed to hold up for Ignition Control Racing. 1 of 2 Mercedes in this race. He takes home P5. Well done to him. Mr. N. Wilson, I think you'll be pretty happy with this result. I'll check his result in a minute for last round, but he takes home P6 for Bruce Hale Racing. Well done to him. GRT again. This is Bruce. Well done. He started P13. Good result for him. Kart number 1. He comes home 8th. John O'Stan, P9. Fresh Prince rounds out the top 10. Then Metal Steel, he manages to grab P11, while Ortec is going to come home in P12, being hassled all the way from Andrelli, who had that earlier incident right at the beginning of the race, suffered a bit of damage, but trooped on like a trooper. And he's going to finish P13. AB Saints, this is a good little battle all the way to the end between him and Jambon Sickle. This is for P14 and 15. Looks like he's going to be able to keep that position as they come through Murray's up the centre straight. AB Saints started P19. He's going to finish P15. Well done to him. Then the PNL driver, Jambon Sickle. Angry old fella in the other Mercedes. He takes home P16. Then the Branchy for Selby Acoustics. And it's going to be Haggis for ICR. He'll take home P16.
Yep.
Hey, that was good. Then we had a bit of action in that one at the beginning. But But that's race number 1 of 2 for round 4. Jazzy, what did you think?
That was a good race. The good thing with those guys that have come through from the back, they're in the middle now, which means their position isn't going to change much. So they're in a good position to make their way up the front if they can get there. And I've got to get a picture of this finishing order too for you.
Yeah.
yes. But I'm pretty impressed with that.
Yeah, I thought that was obviously impressive from Footner, who once again he led from the front all last race in Barcelona, and he's done that again. But Cart Dude, great job from him, and Burradog to hold P3. So he started in P2, but obviously lost the position. Paul Kamangu, he'll be one to look out for. He qualified P3. And then we saw him have that accident, so he's going to start at the front of the field this time with the reverse grid. But well done to all of them. And they had the practice to get the side by side all done in the first race, so they're going to have to do that all over again in the second.
We've got to put a good mention in for Fresh Prince. He moved up a few spots as well. He started way down. He was in 17th as well.
All right, so we've got a few drivers who've come up big positions. I'll just quickly work it out. So Bruce had a good result as well. Obviously, cart number 1. All right, so there'll be a little bit of a break between races. So if you're watching, feel free to go grab a drink or something to eat or toilet break. We will be back very, very shortly. We'll just wait for it all to get sorted. In the meantime, there you go. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and we will be back underway. So I've just got to write these finishing positions out and then we'll be good. So Jono Stan, where are you, Jono Stan? I'll have to see your picture, Jazzy.
Oh yes, I'll send it now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I thought you were printing it.
I did. I printed it as well. It helps actually. The missus is going to kill me for using all the ink, but you get that.
What she doesn't know doesn't hurt her.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm sure I'll get abused one day.
unless she's watching, of course. If she is, Mrs. Juzzy.
Oh God, she would be watching. But she talks to me enough as it is.
All right.
And did that go through?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Legend.
Beautiful.
Right. So I'll just quickly write all of this out because it's always good to refer back to the finishing positions of the previous race. That middle pack is going to be interesting to watch as well with Jono Stan, Angry. Who else do we have? Sorry, not Angry. Fresh Prince, Metal Steel, Alltech, Andrali. That's going to be interesting middle pack there to see how that goes. Alltech, I think he'll feel a little bit unfortunate in that first race. He got tapped from behind by Metal Steel into the hairpin turn, so he'll be want to try and redeem himself.
Yeah, and he did try to address, and Orts was sort of trying to gather himself back up. And yeah, the other guys that just came and sort of knocked into him, it's just a racing incident pretty much. Yeah. All right. I've done it myself.
We've all been. Well, that's one of the. I think that's one of the characteristics of this league. As we've got 2 minutes left before we get this one race 2 started. But the driving's of a really high quality, and that redressing situation does happen pretty regularly. In terms of, not saying that we have a lot of accidents, but if there is an incident, it is usually redressed straight away as well. So I think that just shows the quality of the drivers in this league. Branchy, and then it was Kamangu and Haggis. All right.
There we go.
Cool. Got all them down now. That will be...
Haggis will be starting from pole.
Yeah, so it'll be Haggis leading from Kamangu, Branchy, Angry, Jambon Sickle, AB Saints, Andrali, Ortec, and just flip them around. So we'll wait for them. We'll get started. They did a great job in race 1. I would expect them to do as good a job, if not better, in race number 2. They've had some practice, so good opportunity for them to get it done nicely again. Oh, you know what? I don't mind the sprint races. They go all right. I like them. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good to mix it up. Obviously, the 60-minute races are the mainstay of the league, but sprint races, big thumbs up for me. I enjoy it from a commentary perspective and from a viewer perspective. Yeah, very enjoyable.
Oh, there's battles going on everywhere. Like it's sort of like trying to watch the footy when you get a bit of a melee happen in the background.
Yeah.
And you're trying to watch a few things going on at once, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and you sort of there's always something that you miss out on. I don't have the replay features set up. I'm not as advanced as demo, but maybe one day. I don't know if my computer can do that just yet. We'll work it out. We're 10
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're T-minus 10 seconds away to getting this one underway. Race 2 of 2, the sprint round, going to be reverse grid. Oh no, Haggis. Oh,
has he dropped out?
He's in the pits, so has he missed? And he's the car that I'm on as well. Oh man, so we're going to have to wait for him to do the warm-up lap because I can't change the camera. So how's that for unlucky? Get the only driver that misses it. So I can't change the camera, and I'm on Haggis right now. So we're going to have to wait for them to do their lap, and then I'll be able to change the camera. So we're just going to have to wait for them to do that. My apologies. I think that's just plain old bad luck that Haggis has missed his... I don't know, what's he done? Has he missed the start? I don't know what's happened there. But he's in the pit, so we'll watch him for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get to watch them all. We'll watch.
Just see the comment.
I did.
I love your work, Adsy.
Hearing you, Juzzy, just like watching a Richmond Grand Final replay for the 20th time. Must be music to Adam Parsons' ears.
Yeah. Probably hasn't heard me pour another bourbon yet. Wait up, I'll just... there we go.
Alright, so as soon as they cross that line, technically, according to the game, they'll be racing, and that will mean I can change the camera angle. That's just bad plan. That's plain bad luck, that one there. So,
yes, these things happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know what happened to Haggis, but he's in the pits for ICR. Very nice. It's got that McLaren kind of vibe, the livery vibe to it with the blue and the orange, the papaya.
Does, yeah.
It's quite nice. We can just admire it for a little bit until the rest of them make their way around. So it'd be interesting to see who's going to come up through the field. Last week we saw Vic Chan and JJ Penguin sort of slice their way through the field. There's a bit of teamwork between the two, even though they don't race for the same team. They were able to sort of do it as a duo. And they fought it out to the end. It was Ty Morgo, though, that was actually able to hold them off until the end. It was a pressure-filled drive for him for I'd say about 15 minutes of race 2. Yeah. He was absolutely under the pump. But he was able to keep 2 of the fastest drivers in the league behind him, especially Vic Chan. We saw him, he won 4 races in a row.
It's just in Brundle now.
Beautiful. Where are we? So, just while we've got a little bit of time, Mr. N. Wilson, that was his best finish for the season. So he raced round 1, he was 13th. In Donington, he was P11. Then last round in Barcelona, he was P9. So that's his best result for the season. So nice work there from Mr. N. Wilson. He was someone that was actually helped me get involved with ROOZ. So.
Oh right,
Yeah. So. Yeah.
So he did all right. He came up from 14th, Mr. N. Wilson.
Yeah, we saw him have the off at turn 1 in qualifying, and put it 14th, and then finished P6. So nice job from him in the.
Right, so they're on the straight now.
All right. We'll just got to wait for him to cross the line, and then we'll be able to go.
Here we go.
Green light.
There we go. Green.
So return to garage. Alright, we're back. Okay, cool. So, I hope that doesn't cause any issues then, like it did in the first race, though, because we saw someone, I think it was it Cart in the pits? Cart number 1 was in the pits, I think, in the first one, and caused a bit of an issue, but hopefully not. It looks like he's underway as well, Haggis. So he's got to stop going 30-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of insult to injury for him. Alright, so they're all going to sort themselves out. So the man who should be on pole will be Haggis. So how's that going to work? Haggis, then Kamangu, then Branchy, Angry, Jambo, AB Saints, Andrali, Alltech. We've got 33 minutes on this one, so it's the extra time that's allocated to take into account the getting them all sorted. So we'll see if Haggis is going to be able to get around. Is he pushing? Just having a quick look. Oh, he's right behind, so he should be making his way to the front, I would think, because they've done the first lap. So this should be the lap that they... Yeah, here he goes. Beautiful. He's on his way now.
That's it.
Here
Get up
go.
there, Haggis.
Oh, who's he got in the way? He's got one of the... he's got one of the GRTs. Who's that? Is it Burrow? I think it's Burrow. Yeah.
Let me have a look.
That was Burrow. Yeah.
There he goes. Yeah, yep. He's going through now.
All right, he's going to have to...
Get a move on.
yeah, get a wriggle on here.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap between them there.
And we just want to hope that everyone else has sorted themselves out. Kamangu's at the front. He's waiting for him. Branchy. Where are you, Branchy? You should be at the front, dude.
Yeah.
He is.
Got 19.
Just having a look. Where is Branchy? Oh, Branchy is at the front. Sorry, Branchy. We're waiting for this man here. Yeah, we're waiting for.
Haggis.
We're waiting for Haggis.
There he comes.
There he is.
Comes.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's up to Brundle.
They had the practice run in the first race. Put him in good stead for race number 2. So it looks like we've got ourselves pretty much sorted. Now
This time I'll be single file.
Yeah, single file and no excessive weaving or braking after the final turn as you come onto the straight, and we don't go racing until crossing the timing line. So you can still warm up your tyres, warm up the brakes until you get to the final turn. As you come out of the final turn, no excessive weaving or aggressive braking. So they're coming through, just about to come through Murray's now, after the great man Murray Walker. And it's going to be Haggis who's going to lead us away. So as they get into single file. Oh, he's going into the pits, so to serve his stop-go penalty. So that means Kamangu is going to take essentially control of the field. Look at them all, double file. Great job, boys. Absolutely fantastic. A sight to behold. And
Very
race
impressive.
2. They've got them all self-sorted. Let's go racing. So it's Kamangu going to lead us away into turn 1. It's Branchy. Looks like that's Angry Old Fella. He's moved. He's in P3, obviously with the reverse grid. He tucks in behind Branchy as he makes his way through turn 1.
Oh, Ort's just come off.
Where's that? So that's just at turn 1. So he's dropped all the way down to the back of the field. So he will not be very happy with that. So, oh no, we've had a spinner.
Oh.
That's Fresh Prince, I believe. Yep. That's Fresh Prince. He got turned around at the Montreal hairpin. So he's dropped all the way back, even down past Orts. So Orts has managed to catch a little bit of a break there. But everyone else has managed to get away nice and cleanly. Andrali, who had issues in the first race, his car looks a lot nicer now. He's up in P5. I dare say that he'd probably be a bit of a dark horse in this race. Footner, though, has moved all the way up from P19 to P14. We're not even halfway through the first lap. So that just shows the pace of him. Out in front, it's Kamangu, though, leading from Angry Old Fella. Branchy. Oh, that was one of the Bruce Hale Racing Bentleys. That might have been... Oh, I don't want to have a guess who it was, but it was one of the Bruce Hale Bentleys. This is a Selby Acoustics Bentley, though. This is Branchy coming through Brundle and Nelson now. We'll keep an eye.
Branchy.
We'll keep an eye on Footner. So he's already climbed up 5 positions before the end of the first lap, and we're going to have the full 30 minutes in this race as well. for him to do it. So ROOZ, he's coming under a bit of pressure. It looked like it was Cart Dude. So podium getter in race 1. Finished P2. He's up in... Wait, is that... is that cart number 1? No. It was cart... Oh, Ortec, sorry. Ortec. Ortec's going to go around... Looks like going to go around the outside into turn 1. No, ROOZ cuts him off there. And he's able to maintain. Alright, so I'm not too sure...
I'll tell you what. He had trouble turning in there, old Orts.
Yeah, I was just following him through turn 1. Looks like he's had a little bit of... So he got turned around. You can see a little bit of damage to the side of the car. So I'm not too
he
sure.
climbed the fence.
Yeah. Alright, what about Pesky? Just get to the leaders in a second. It's almost a second gap. That was one of the games we made. That was Burrow Dog having a look at Pesky into Agostini. Cart number 1, he's going all right. Oh no, he's just hit. Oh, he's just hit AB Saints. They've both gone off. That was just coming through. That was coming through Oggies. So I was just picked him up on the screen, and he ran right into the back of AB Saints in that Bentley. I think he's going to wait to redress for AB Saints to come past. There he does. Yep, nice work there. Good sportsmanship. Jono Stan, he's going all right. P7. He qualified P10 in the first race for the first race. Then he's finished P9. He's up in P7 in race number 2. He's another one to keep an eye on. But Footner is definitely one to keep an eye on. He's up into P10.
Already.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So he's on the move.
Yes.
Wow, he's climbed up 9 positions already in this one. He has Cart Dude ahead of him. He's only 2 seconds behind him. Cart Dude, though, as we see John O'Stan running a little wide there through Rich's turn 1. This is Cart Dude looking to put a move on HSV as they come into Wilson hairpin. He does. He's able to pull it up in time.
He does it, yeah.
That was a nice
Pulls
move.
that up nicely.
Nice move from Cart Dude. So he moves up a spot into P8. Drops that ICR Racing Mercedes down a spot. And he's got Footner right behind him.
He's going to keep coming here. Cart Dude knows he's got Footner coming.
Yeah.
And he's just going to try and make hay while the sun shines.
That's it. He's got a little bit of clear air in front of him now. He has Jono Stan up ahead of him, but it's a bit of a gap between those two. Footner. Let's just keep an eye on him. So he's got HSV up ahead. Up into P10. We've only gone just over 5.5 minutes in this race, so he has plenty of time to move himself up. So last week, Vic Chan took out race 1, but I don't think he couldn't get up any higher than sort of P6, P7.
Yes, yeah.
Obviously a little bit different circumstances, but different caliber of drivers.
Well, he was in a good battle, and he was behind a guy really that was, that's competitively hard to pass. So
yeah. So it was him and JJ pretty much were connected at the hip for the majority of race 2. So what can Footner do? He's coming through into Murray's now. So we'll see what sort of fight HSV can put up. Cart Dude's not too far ahead of them. Out in front in the meantime, it is Kamengu leading from Angry Old Fella in the Mercedes P&L. Let's see if Footner can put a move into turn 1. No, he can't. Looks like he got a pretty good run through there. Might set him up coming into the hairpin. He's going to go up the inside. Oh, not close enough for that one. Nowhere near close enough.
But Branchy in 3rd place. He's still hanging on there.
I was going to say, down in 3, 4 and 5, even 6, it's Branchy in P3 for now. Oh, that was Jam on Sickle. And he's turned it around. Then Branchy's touched him again. Metal Steel's coming through there. So is John O'Stan. Yeah. So those two came together. Branchy just trying to get to them all. Yep, Metal Steel, he's up in. We'll just have to wait for the timing screen. But that was Jam on Sickle, just sort of just hip and shouldered Branchy.
Yeah, he was a little bit overcommitted there, wasn't he? But yeah, He nearly had it done, but yeah, he should have waited an extra lap, I reckon.
Well, Jono Stan looking to put a move on Metal Steel as they approach Brundle. He's got Branchy in front of him. Oh, he pulls out of it at the last second.
Oh, he used a bit of curb there in the Lamborghini.
Sorry, so they have swapped positions, but I think they've got to swap positions back again. All right, cool. So just got to wait for the timing screen to work itself out. Cart Dude, in the meantime, he was right behind Jambon Sickles. Yep, so I'm just trying to... Oh, Footnut is coming through now as well. So I'm just trying to wait for the timing screen to update itself, and we'll be able to get a bit more of a clearer picture of who's who and where they're all placed right now. What I can tell you, though, it is Kamangu. He's out in front. He's 1.4 seconds up the road from Angry Old Fella. This man, Footnut, he's moved his way up into P9. He's got Jambon Sickle in front of him. We'll monitor his progress very, very closely. Does he have a run on to Wilson? No, he doesn't. So he's going to remain there for now. But he's making his way up through the field like a hot knife through butter right now.
Oh, yeah. He's like, out of my way, I've got a date with the top step of the podium.
He does. This is going to be impressive. If he can do it around here, that's next level. That's something else.
Yeah, that's ProAm next week.
Well, I was gonna say he's making a name for himself here. We might find him, in a division up in the next week or so. But for now, he's got to do it still. We can't. We won't be too presumptuous. He still has to do it. Yeah. A ways still to go in this one. So we're almost a third race distance now. We're approaching the 20-minute mark, or 20 minutes remaining. We still have all 19 drivers going, which is good. Let's get to Jono. We'll see if he can get a run into Brundle here. Up Jambon Sickle, up Bentley Straight. The two Bentleys, three Bentleys. They're in the foreground as well. No, so we can't get past Jambon.
Hold on there, Footnote. Oh, he used a bit of sausage there. He had to take a bit of facing manoeuvre there.
We saw him do that earlier when we did the on-board lap with him.
Oh. And I watched the sausage. Oh, and the Benz behind him there was having a bit of drama. I just noticed on the YouTube feed.
That's HSV. He said he was having internet connections. He went fine in race one, so hopefully it's able to hold up. We'll quickly get to Jono Stan though. So he's giving chase to Branchy in that Selby Acoustics Racing Bentley. Jono Stan representing Bruce Hale Racing with that nice green Lamborghini. Oh no!
Branchy, hold on!
Branchy went so wide there. That was I think he got on the grass coming through Richards at turn one, and he's turned it around.
He's had a spin on the other side as well in the Audi.
Is that Andrali? That's not Andrali. It is Andrali. Oh no, he's in the wars again. So he was in P3 as well, Andrali. It doesn't look like he has any damage, so maybe he's just he's done what you say, Juzzy. He's got too much jandle.
Too much jandle. Yes.
In that one around turn 3. Look at Jono Stan. He's up in P3.
He's in P3. Yep.
Angry Old Fella in P2. Still Kamango in P1. Oh, that was another GRT Bentley. Wasn't Footner. Was it Burrow Dog? It was Burrow Dog going through Agostini. So the GRT boys, it's not been a good 30 seconds for those two. Footner in the meantime, he is now working right behind Jambon Sickle, still there, up in P7. So the spin from Andrali has helped both of these drivers. Looks like HSV is coming under some pressure from Pesky as well. But Footner just finding it not as easy to get past Jambon as the other drivers. So the two Bentleys looking like they're evenly matched as they come into Murray's around Coram. That long right.
Nice. Getting out of the corners nicely.
Let's see if he has enough momentum to go up the inside into turn 1. Pulls out of the draft. No, tucks back in again. So he thought better of it. He might wait for turn 2. The hairpin, the heavy braking zone.
He's a little bit close there. Lost a bit of front aero.
Yep. So yeah, just can't quite.
Oh, look at this.
Oh no!
Look at this.
Jambon's
on the outside though for the next turn.
So did Jambon just have a little bit of trouble?
He's done it.
Going around the outside there. through Palmer. So he's finally gotten past Jambon Sickle. He gave up a good fight there.
Yep.
I think maybe he just had a little bit of trouble getting off turn 2. Montreal might have had a sort of bit of oversteer there, maybe, or just couldn't get the power down smoothly, and that's cost him the position.
He came out a bit tight, didn't he?
Yeah. So the next driver up the road is another Bentley. Funnily enough, it's Cart Dude, who's only 3/10 behind Metal Steel, who's in P4 for ICR. Look at Jono Stan though, up in P3. Good on you, Jono Stan. I hope, you know what, I hope you didn't do any practice for this race and this is where you are. So
He's just rolled up
yeah,
with his helmet.
Yeah.
He's hopped in.
Love it. Love it. Hold my beer. Yeah, hold my beer. I'm just going to punch out a few laps around Snetterton. Watch this, boys. So he's having a great race. Kamangu is having a much better race than race 1. He is currently P1. He's 5.3 seconds ahead of Angry Old Fella, who's in P2. And then that man we've mentioned already, Jono Stan, in P3. Metal Steel for ICR, he's in P4. Cart Dude on screen for Selby Acoustics, he's P5. Footner, he's 1.9 seconds behind. Well, he's even closer now. He's 1.2 seconds behind Cart Dude. Jambon Sickle, HSV Pesky and Bruise. As we just cross over, we approach the halfway mark of race 2 of this sprint round. It's been a reverse grid. Oh, he's gone through the. It's just like the braking marker that was on the road there. But this has been action packed. The reverse grid. I'm loving this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Just going back to Branchy before, he probably had damage from that pass earlier. Because I noticed, I watched him for a bit. He was look at Footnote from way back there. Yeah, and I think he probably had a bit of damage. And
he runs wide. He ran wide at Agostini.
Yeah, he's back on. Yeah, and I'd say he had some damage, and that's why he ran wide and come off the way he did.
Yeah. Well, it's so at that turn 1, there's just there's like a little bump there that you really want to try and avoid because it's going to unsettle the car. So you potentially could have touched that as well, which has turned the car around. So. It's right on the apex actually, that little bump, and it can really unsettle the car because it's a relatively fast right-hander. It's about third gear. That turn 1.
And if she's upset too, when you go in that little dip with the bump and you come back out and unload, the car gets lighter. Yeah. Even though you got some downforce there, but it changes the way the downforce works, and bang, you're off, you're gone. So. Yeah.
And he went around fairly rapidly as well. So
yes. Poor bugger, and he was trying. He was having a good go.
Yeah. So he's down in P16 now. His race is not as enjoyable as the first one. As we're watching Cart Dude, so he's putting Metal Steel under all sorts of pressure. He's had a good race, Metal Steel. Race 1, race 2.
Yeah.
So he's representing ICR very well tonight.
He's going to have a start the under and over.
Look at Footner come right up there on brakes as well. Close that gap rapidly. Once again, we're seeing the battles in that 5 to 10 is where all the action's happening. Out in front though, it's 8.3 seconds now between Kamangu and Angry. Maybe JJ gave him the belt during the break between race 1 and 2 because Kamangu's killing it right now. Is that Metal Steel just getting a little bit loose out of Agostini? Not sure.
Oh, it's a yo-yo effect going on. Like your Footner's really coming up on the back of Cart now. The Cart's just trying to be careful not to run up the back of that that Ferrari.
You got it out. No, but it's a good point.
Finally.
Yeah, it's a good point though. He has to concentrate on the car in front, but then he's also coming under pressure from the back from Footner, who's obviously quite rapid. He's come all the way up from P19 because he won the first race, so he'll be pretty keen to try and do all he can to win this one. Still quite a few cars ahead of him though, and obviously Kamangu's out. He qualified P3 for race 1 and obviously had the incident, so he has legitimate pace, so he's going to be pretty difficult to catch. But I think even a podium would be a superb effort for Footner.
But on helicopter view, you can see how far back the Footner breaks back from. He's making little mistakes here and there too, Footner. But he makes it all up under brakes. So on helicopter view, it is amazing how far he comes from the back for braking.
All right, let's have a quick look. Oh, we're gonna go helicopter, don't we? Here we go. All right, he's awesome under brakes. Oh, this is that's Kart Dude as well, and Metal Steel.
Oh yeah, that was close.
So this is a good battle. This is for P5, 6, and 7. Kart Dude runs a little bit wide out of Agostini.
Look at that. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he's got him. Oh, he's run deep, though. He's run too deep. Oh, and that means Footner's able to get through.
Yeah. He's running a low ABS.
So Kart Dude lost that position. That was at Agostini, so he ran too deep. And the whole reason we're on helicopter cam is because we're trying to look at the braking abilities of that man in the Bruce Hale Racing Bentley. Let's see how quickly he can close up on Metal Steel now, who's no slouch himself. So race 1, he finished P11. He's having a good race now, P4. In terms of his qualifying,
oh, pardon me, sorry.
He qualified P16. I'm going to buy you a cough button. No, it'll be a fine. It'll be like a swear jar fine.
Yeah. And I'll pay it to a good charity.
We've got a little bit of breaking news here from JJ. Butler Racing just won race 2 in AM2 on his birthday. So congratulations, Butler Racing. So how's that? On your birthday, take a race win. Congratulations and happy birthday. That's a cracking birthday present.
Yeah, that's grouse.
All right, so Footner braking nice and hard there for turn 1. Let's see, we'll stay in for a little bit longer into turn 2. Maybe we'll follow him through Agostini and then we'll get it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
He made up massive ground there into the hairpin. That's a good spot, Juzzy. That's a very good spot. Very astute.
Yes. Yeah, I thought helicopter. I was watching just how much he makes up under brakes. He's a weapon on it.
What can he do here? So, yeah, and Kart Dude was doing all right there as well.
Yeah.
Get on the bonnet view. All right. We've been on this for a little bit now. We'll get back to the whole race.
Car chase.
Alright, so this is Footner, he's P5. Just having a look at some of the other little scraps. 8 and 9, HSV and Pesky in P9. They're pretty close to one another. I don't want to miss this though. This is sort of the story of the race right now for me.
On this for you.
Yeah, I'll get back to HSV and Pesky as they come through Brundle. So he's in a P&L sandwich right now. He's got Andrali behind him. He's moved his way up into P10. Story of the race, though, definitely has to be Footner coming all the way up from P19. Obviously starting at the back for winning the first race. But then it's Jono Stan. Superb effort from him. Qualified P10. First race, finished P9. He's on track for a podium as we have less than 10 minutes left in this one. This race has flown by. There's been action aplenty, which is keeping us very occupied. But, yeah, so HSV, he's 1.2 seconds. But, he runs a little bit deep there. Through Ricer. Richards, sorry. Richards. Why do I call it Ricer? We kind of spelt the similar. Anyway. All right. So, we'll get back to this battle, though. So, I want to see this. Can this man here, can Footner make his way onto a podium? He's got 8.5 minutes to do it.
100 mile back.
Jono. Yeah, I was going to say, Jono Stan, we could see him in the picture. And obviously, we've seen how good Footner is on the brakes after you very expertly pointed that out. Oh, look at him go up there again. It's going to be those hard braking zones as well into Wilson, Agostini, even coming. Brundle's not necessarily hard braking. It's a bit more. You need a bit more of a delicate kind of braking technique through Brundle. It's not just a flat out hard braking zone.
The thing. You need to trail brake slightly through there.
Yeah.
So you sort of got to get on it and then slightly lift as to keep the nose pointed as you're coming in. It's it's an interesting corner.
It's, well, when I drove this little track, just for a little bit of reconnaissance, that was one of the corners that certainly caught me out. Bounty, absolutely fantastic racing from everyone. Great to watch. Thanks for watching, Bounty. Thanks for commenting as well.
We love you, Bounty.
His little thing on Discord is think outside the box or think outside the square, something like that. So
okay.
he reminds me of my favourite chocolate bar, Bounty. Oh, this is Footner coming through turn 1. Has nothing to do with chocolate. Shouldn't be talking about chocolate anyway. Makes a little bit of contact with Metal Steel. And that's Cart
A
Dude.
bit of contact there.
Cart Dude was
both gone through.
Yeah, Cart Dude was able to get through there as well. So maybe they were thinking about chocolate while they were racing as well. All right, so Footner now up into P4. He's got Jono Stan just ahead of him, so he's one of the stories of the race, and we can see him there. This is good for Cart Dude as well, so he's had another strong race. He finished, so it shouldn't be discounted either how great he's going. He finished P2, so this is P1, P2, so they've kind of done a Vic Chan and JJ from last week. But Cart Dude, another phenomenal effort. He started P6, finished P2, then he started down in P18. Now he's up into P5 just behind Footner. So it's a possibility he could get a podium as well. Kamangu and Angry Old Fella are a fair way down the track though. They're sort of in a bit of
10 seconds.
Yeah, a bit of a private race between those two. And it's Kamangu. It's almost like a test session for him. But the action's definitely down here in the midfield. I'll quickly jump to Pesky and HSV. They're being chased down by Andrali as well. So it's ICR, P&L and GRT. Andrali having a solid performance. He didn't have any of the incidents that he had in the first race. So he has some genuine pace. He qualified P4 for race 1, but obviously we saw him have that accident, so no good for him. Just having a look back at that battle between Footner and Cart Dude. It's only 4/10 between Cart Dude and Footner. So he's definitely not going to be one who's going to be able to drive away from Cart Dude. We've seen him have genuine pace through this race as well. They're getting Jono Stan. He's less than a second now behind Angry Old Fella. So we still have a bit more of this race to play out. The story's not finished yet. We've got 5 minutes left in race 2. But this is Jono Stan. Looks like he's wearing some battle scars as well. He's going to give chase to Angry. What can Angry do? Is he maybe starting to struggle a little bit in the back end of this race? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the bends may burn up some rubber.
But Cart,
and he's down to 2 seconds on Canago.
Yeah, so maybe I reckon obviously Kamango's definitely had some sort of he's had an off, which we didn't obviously catch. 125. AB Saints is in the pits. It's 2.9 seconds.
On the front.
Yeah. So we might have a little bit of drama still yet to play out in this one.
I'm hoping Jono still gets on the podium. I'm really hoping that.
As a commentator, I'm not supposed to cheer for anyone, but I might be secretly cheering for Jono Stan for a podium here. All right.
K-Man will slap me for that. But
just tell him I told you to say it.
Okay, no worries.
4 minutes. You got a bit of love from Bouncy there in the chat too. He says, I love you, Jozzy.
Oh, I love you too, Bounty, with your soft, gooey centre.
All right, so nice. It's quite a parade of cars from Metal Steel, who's in P6 down to P10. They're all pretty clogged up there. Jambon Sickle. Just having a little look at Metal Steel into turn 1. We'll try and cover all of the action. Andrali
is just about on the back of Camargo.
What has happened here? What's happened to Kamangu then?
I think he's had a little off. There's a little bit of damage on the front of
Oh, there's massive damage to him. So he's hit the wall hard.
So he's done himself a mischief somewhere.
He has done himself a big mischief somewhere. He's had a big off. I watched Angry Old Fella in the Go to Woe. He goes all right in Go to Woe, and he's going all right now. He's P2. He's only half a second behind Kamangu, so he's struggling big time now. Kamangu. He's had a big off somewhere. We don't know where it's happened. Or what we do know, though, is this man in the yellow P&L liveried Mercedes is right behind him, and we could see a change of race lead with 2.5 minutes left in this one. We could see a change of the lead. This is great for Jono Stan. He could move up another... Oh, they're going to go side by side through Brundle!
And he's done it.
Oh,
he's in the lead.
Oh no, he's punted him off!
The bump,
Oh, angry old fella's gone off!
which puts
Jono Stan is in the lead! Kamangu's gone on as well. Jono Stan is in the lead with 2 minutes left in race 2. Look at this. And it's going to be Footner who's got to fend off for 2 more minutes to take victory in race 2. Cart Dude's in there as well. So is Metal Steel.
Keep Footner busy, Cart. Come on.
JJ said he thinks he might have hit AB. All right, we'll have to wait for post-race to find out. But Footner is going to give chase to Jono Stan as they come into Wilson. Can Jono... Oh, no, he's run deep.
Come on, Jono.
It's going to be Bruce Hart Racing 1-2 anyway for what it's worth. But can Footner go from P1? He took P1 in race 1, P19 in race 2. Jono Stan, can he do it? 1:20 left. They're going to come through Agostini. This will be the second last lap.
Footner's going to try down an over.
He's going to go around the outside. He keeps it on the on the black stuff there, so he doesn't run too wide. As they come through Hamilton, this is going to be an absolutely cracking last lap. Cart Dude's in there as well. Oh, Footner goes underneath as they come through Oggies. Jono Stan. It's going to take every ounce of his driving abilities to keep this man behind him. Can he do it? This will be the final lap of... No, this will be the second last lap. So when they cross the line the next time, it will be the final lap because we've only got 35 seconds left. So we'll have to keep him behind one more lap to take out victory. Jono Stan. Look at this. What can he do? Is it going to come through Corman one more time?
Coming on to the start-finish straight.
And there's only 11 seconds left.
Yeah.
Oh, he would have been, if this was the last lap, he would have been home and hosed. But this is the last lap now. So the leader on the final lap. What can Footner do? We've seen his awesome braking all race. He doesn't get him through turn 1. So he's got 11 more turns to go. He pulls out.
All right, Jono, that's it.
Nice. Oh, no! Footner touched him. Footner touched him. He's redressed it, though. He's redressed it.
Good work.
That's opened it up for Cart Dude, though. So Cart Dude's just lurking there for P3. They're going to come through Palmer. Jono.
A bit wide there, Footner. That's it.
Yes.
That's Jono a bit of breathing space.
Oh, look at Cart Dude. He's going to try and go around the outside of Agostini. Oh, they touch. Footner's got the inside run. He goes onto the grass. Cart Dude's going to go around the outside.
He's got it.
He's got him. He's got it. Cart Dude's got P2. Oh, Footner touched him. He's going to go around. Oh, no, he doesn't go around. But is Footner going to redress that? I don't know.
He's got to redress it.
Amongst all the chaos, though, it's Jono Stan. This is played into his hands perfectly. Look at the gap between him and Footner now. It's going to be a Bruce Hart Racing 1-2 for now. But I don't know if Cart Dude will have something to say about that after the race. But this man here in the Lamborghini, he's just got to navigate through Brundle. Then he's got to navigate through through Nelson. One more time. He's made it through there. Now he's going to come through Bomb Hole. It looks like he's looking pretty good right now. I'm not going to put the curse on him. He just has to get through Corman. Look at those nice tight lines. It's looking good. One more turn and Jono Stan is going to take race 2. Look at this. An unlikely victory. Jono Stan takes race 2 victory. Congratulations for Bruce Hart Racing. Jono Stan. Awesome drive. Awesome drive. Footner P2. Cart Dude in P3. Metal Steel's going to take P4. Andrelli, take home P5. Where did you come from, Andrelli? P6 Pesky. P&L Jab and Sickle. P8 is Bruce. HSV is going to come home in P9. What a race, though. Jono Stan, congratulations as HSV crosses the line and smacks into the wall. Angry Old Fella is going to take P10, so he was running right up the front there. He got punted off. Fresh Prince takes P11. Mr. N. Wilson, not as good as race 1, P12. Ortec, he won't be happy with that. He's going to come across the line in P13, chased very closely by Haggis for ICR. He's going to take home P14. Selby Acoustics Racing, P15, cart number 1. Burradog is going to come home P16, and I think he will be the last driver on the lap. No, that will be Branchy for Selby Acoustics. But Jono Stan, congratulations. What a race. Well done. Jono, Adman says, Jono, you legend, mate. Well done. Absolutely awesome racing from Jono Stan. Congratulations. That was awesome.
What a spastic last lap, mate. That was just
man.
off its head.
Woo! That was crazy. So obviously Footner and Cart Dude had that coming together, but Cart Dude still managed to get P3. But Footner almost completed, almost did the P last to first in race 2. Just couldn't get that final spot. But the man who we said this race was all about, the story of this race was Jono Stanford, Bruce Hale Racing. Well done. You took out race 2. You started in P10 for race 1. You finished in... where are you, Jono Stan? You finished in P9 and then you've won race 2. Congratulations, Juzzy. Give us your thoughts. That was awesome.
It was just, just watching Footner come through was brilliant, but those last few laps was just absolutely crazy. You got to love these sprint races, mate, eh?
Yeah.
They're pretty good, Nick. They're pretty good.
Whew, that was fun to call, and you know what? I'm going to miss this track. I've kind of sort of fallen in love a little bit with Snetterton. I think it's an absolute cracker of a track. So, but yeah, and sprint racing, love it. Obviously, we don't do it every round, but this might even sort of open it up to do it a little bit more often. But yeah, we're back to the normal. We're back to the normal stuff. Jono Stan, can't believe it. Jono, good on you, mate. That was unbelievable. So, congratulations. All right, cool. We're gonna wrap it up. Do you have anything you want to go over, Juzzy, before we finish this one?
There might be a few little stewards things going on at the end of during the week, I'd say.
I agree with that.
It'll all get sorted as it usually does.
Yeah.
Where do you look? You know, it was one of those races. Where do you look?
Yeah, that was, and I guess that is one of the beauties of the sprint racing as well. It's been probably a little bit less strategy and more just pure racing, which has been fun. But we're back to the normal programming next week,
yes,
if you like.
Yes. And where are we next week?
Well, that's a really good question. I'm actually trying to find that out right
I think it's
now.
Kyalami, isn't it? Surf down in Africa.
I'm just trying to find it before we finish. Series chat.
I'm sure one of our knowledgeable viewers.
Does anyone in the chat know? Does anyone in the chat know where we're racing next week? I probably should know that. I just don't. I'm really sorry. So, anyway, we will be the same place, the same time as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, don't know where we are next week. We will be somewhere.
We'll fix that next week. We'll have that sorted for next week.
We will have that sorted next week. I do apologise for that. But join us again next week. Same time, same place. But well done to that man, Jono Stan. I think he's going to do some celebratory donuts, which is a great note to go out on. We're at the Nürburgring next week. Ooh, that'll be exciting.
He's doing doughies. He's doing doughies.
Thank you, Adman, for letting us know. We're at the Nürburgring next week. That'll be a cracker. So I'm not too sure what the weather is for that one, but that's another little favourite track as well. So from myself, from Juzzy, you've been watching Season 4, Round 4 at Snetterton of the Pro-Am. That was Race 2, won by that man on screen. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take it easy, you lot.